and welcome to another instructional video from SimplySweat. Today we're going to be looking at some basic uses for the kettlebell. As you can see, they come in a variety of different sizes. I would recommend that you err on the side of a slightly lighter kettlebell to begin with until you become comfortable with the techniques, making sure that they are correct and that the weight isn't too much for you. Going too heavy too soon with a kettlebell is a very easy way to injure yourself, so pace yourself. What we're going to look at today is the basic grips you can use on them, the different exercises, and how to increase the difficulty of those exercises even if you only have one kettlebell. So, to begin with, look at the kettlebell itself. As you can see, you've got a basic weight at the bottom and a handle at the top. This is common with all kettlebells. However, what you can do with these that you can't do with, say, ordinary dumbbells, for example, is, say for example, you are doing a bicep curl. Ordinarily, you would just take the weight, curl the weight up and down. That's what you've got there. However, if you rack it up here, all of a sudden you have shortened the length of the lever and you've got yourself a slightly easier exercise. So therefore, if your kettlebell is slightly too heavy for that exercise, rack it up here, nice firm grip, you've got yourself a slightly easier exercise, and then straight away, progression, you've got greater resistance. Excellent. So, straight away we've seen that you can do bicep curls, adjust them very easily. Another exercise you can do for the arm is a tricep extension. Rack it onto the arm, push it above the head. Now, I'm just turning sideways so you can see exactly what's going on, but I would recommend that with your spare arm, support your elbow, keep it in place, drop the arm down so that the elbow is at least 90 degrees and extend the arm back up again. Be careful you don't hit yourself in the back of the head. This is very easy to do. However, with a little bit of time and patience, you should be able to avoid that eventuality. So the technique here, nice strong stomach, arm completely vertical. Make sure the top part of the arm does not move. That remains stationary. The elbow is kept in place. That's why I'm holding my hand here, just to make sure nothing else moves. Elbow in place, drop the forearm down, feel the stretch all the way down the back of the tricep, pause and extend up. Simple. Next exercise we're going to look at is the squat. Now, in other SimplySweat videos, we have already examined several different leg exercises. However, this is an easy way to increase the difficulty of some of those. For example, the standard squat. Get a nice, comfortable foot position, as we examined in the other video. Feet somewhere between 45 and 90 degrees, stomach strong, shoulders back. Take a hold of the kettlebell. Now, if you find that the hand space in here isn't quite big enough for both hands, just have your little finger out the way. Stomach strong, shoulders back, squatting down as you would do, back nice and straight, standing up. Again, focusing on the contraction in the front of the legs, squeezing the backside. Very, very simple. If you want to take this a little bit further, simply hold on to it with one hand, put your other hand either out of the way for balance, behind the back, wherever you want to put it. Again, stomach strong, good posture, shoulders back, looking forwards, touch it down to the ground or near the ground and up. So down, pause, squeezing all the muscles in the leg and up. The benefit of doing the exercise with just one side is that, for example, holding it with my right arm there, all the pressure is going through the right side of my body. If I'm keeping myself nice and upright the whole time, all the core has to work a lot more rather than just holding it in both sides. That's the benefit of destabilizing yourself during these exercises. Again, because you're destabilizing your body, make sure that you start off slowly, carefully, and with a manageable weight. So we've looked at the squat, we've looked at how to increase that. The next thing we can look at is the kettlebell swing. This is what most of you will have seen either online or other people using these in the gym. Take a hold of the kettlebell, stomach strong, feet nice and wide. The start position, bend the knees, back nice and straight, looking forwards, and as you stand up, again, squeezing the front legs, squeezing the backside, push the hips forwards and swing the arms to shoulder height. I will demonstrate. So down, up and down. So power it up, push the hips forwards, squeeze the hips, and then just let the weight drop down. Very simple. Again, I will demonstrate from the side. Feet nice comfortable space, down, up and down. Squeezing the legs, squeezing the backside, push the hips forwards. Very simple. Looking forwards the whole time. Easy. Again, if you want to increase this and you only have one kind of kettlebell, take a hold of it with just one arm, hand wherever you want, either out to the side for balance, behind the back, entirely up to you. Stomach strong, down, and we go for the one arm kettlebell swing. Again, be careful with this. Make sure your technique is good and you are doing it controlled the whole time. Simple. So far we've looked at some basic exercises. There's one more we're going to examine, and this is a full body exercise focusing especially on the shoulders. Again, choose whichever kettlebell you want. Take a hold of the weight. You're going to do several different movements. Can be a little bit tricky to begin with, but it is worth taking time and making sure that you get this right to prevent bruised forearms. So, as with all the other things, stomach strong, shoulders back, feet nice and wide, touch it to the ground, stand up, and as you come up, bend the arm with the spare hand, place it against the kettlebell and rack it against the forearm. You will see a lot of videos where they just swing it round. I found in my experience that is a very easy way to bruise yourself. So grab the kettlebell, twist it round, place it against the forearm, and then just press it above the head. Control it down, spin the arm, and to the ground. Simple. So I will demonstrate now the whole process nice and slow. Take a hold, rack it against the forearm, press it above the head, back down to the ground. And of course, when you're doing all these destabilizing exercises, make sure you do exactly the same for the other side. So there we go. That was a short instructional video on how to do some basic exercises with the kettlebells. Thank you very much, and feel free to take a look at our other videos or visit SimplySweat.com. Thank you.